Number 5, here you go. It's physical touch. Write that down, physical touch. And before all the guys get excited, let me just read you exactly what Gary said, all right? His first statement is this language isn't about the bedroom. This isn't about the bedroom. This language has more to do with hugs and holding hands and pats on the back and kisses on the cheek. That's what this love language has to do with. And if you look the way we take it now, I want you to know this is Jeana's number 1. And if you look at the list, this one's barely above gift receiving for me. I mean, it's at the bottom and it's at the top of hers. Part of that is how we grew up. We grew up a little different when it comes to touching and hugging. But, you know, it's one of those things that I've tried to learn over the years, and from the time we really started dating, I tried to become much more of a toucher and a hugger.
You've gotten better at it. I don't know if y'all were in here a few weeks ago. We had just an amazing prayer time in the service. At the end of the service, John Mark just called everybody to pray for what was going on in your family, what was going on in your lives. And so I had come in a little late from work in the Welcome Center, so I was sitting in that back corner, and I am just me and God. I am in prayer and totally focused on my prayer. Next thing I know, somebody comes in and kisses me. Well, last time I saw him, he was standing right here on the stage. And so to say I was startled was a little bit of an understatement. I mean, it scared me to death. And he goes, "What's the matter?" And I was like, well, "Who's kissing me?" I didn't know who was kissing me. But so he definitely has, you've definitely come a long way in that. He was, I don't know why he didn't tap me on the shoulder, but that's, little heads up there next time. Yeah. Yeah. But so he definitely has come a long way in that area. But the other story that he totally did to embarrass me was at our 15-year reunion at Cottonwood. They called me on the stage, and he hits me, literally in front of all of you guys, hits me on the rear end like I'm a baseball player, right in front of everybody. And I look at him like, yeah, physical touch is important, but
a little swat on the butt, just like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a good choice there, but I kind of thought it was funny.
But it amazes me. We'll walk up to, we have the opportunity because our kids are involved in so many different sports. We have the opportunity. We'll walk up, holding hands to one of the things, and it amazes me that people will make like that's a big deal. Oh, how cute, or something like that. That should be, physical touch, hand holding, whatever, patting on the back. Should be a natural thing with us and with our kids. And I like how he shared this was not natural to him. My family grew up very huggy and touchy, and that's the way my parents both were. But it doesn't mean that you can ignore it if it's not natural to you.
Yeah, we had a very loving family, but we weren't big huggers. We weren't that just wasn't who we were. But her dad was like Mr. Hug and Touch. I mean, it was like, and gift givers. I mean, he was like everything I'm not, like a really good dad. Like he'd send flowers, talking about being cheap or frugal, whatever. He would send flowers to her like, now that you're 16 years, 6 months, and 3 days, I wanted to give you a dozen roses.
That's true.
And I'm like, those roses are going to die. And they cost a lot of money. But cheap. That was the way, frugal. And that was the way he was. So let me just give you this one, Romans 16:6. You can do this right now if you want. Ready? Look at it on the screen. Greet one another with a holy kiss, as long as it's holy. You can kiss her, guys. But touch, hug, the point is that physical contact. So let me go down, and here's how I want to close today. We got 3 challenges. Let's put them up on the screen. Challenge number 1, closing challenge. Number 1 is this. Go ahead and put it there. Use all 5 different ways to communicate love to people. Use all 5. Number 2, no matter how well you may or may not have communicated love in the past, this is a new day, a new beginning to begin walking a life of love. And then number 3, and I want to encourage you to do this. The website is on your insert. You can go on and you can have your kids take the test for free. 30 questions. You can do it in 10 minutes. They will send you a report. You can compare. And had you compared us years ago, our love languages have changed. Let me tell you, this is what we want to. we're blessed to have the marriage that we had, but that doesn't mean that it's always just been easy.
Yeah. I think when I think back on times that, like in our marriage, if you go through valleys in your marriage, they were the times that we let these love languages go on autopilot. And as you know, love is amazing. Love is also work, and it doesn't consist of autopilot. I mean, they get watered down, and that's when your marriage opens up for vulnerability.
Yeah. And so over the years, boy, we've been in those seasons of life where I would wake up and I'd go to church work. I would drive to Fort Worth, working on my PhD seminar. I'd come home, have a meeting at the office. I'd spend all night typing a PhD paper. I'd wake her up at 3 in the morning and say, I need you to edit this paper because I was a terrible writer. And so then what would happen is, as she's editing, she would criticize. Actually, she would say, edit. I felt criticism. And then I was like, get mad. We'd have a little tiff.
Well, you wrote in all caps. Every word was all caps.
We don't have to go into that much detail. But, and there are times that, man, it's good. And then she's pressed. And then our 4 kids and, crazy things. And that doesn't mean it's easy. But you work at it. You can find time. You can give gifts. You can have physical touch. You can have affirming conversation. You can do all of those things.